This map here shows the route of the Battle of Mu'tah. The Muslims camped 560 kilometers away from the Byzantine camp. Here are some of the cities between Medina and Mu'tah. You have Tabuk, you have Al-Ula, and Khaybar. During their march to Mu'tah, the army reached a place called Ma'an in Greater Syria. Heraclius had assembled 200,000 fighters to fight the Muslims. Heraclius was the seventh emperor of the Byzantine Empire, the opponent army, who were set to fight the Muslims. The two armies, who were unequal in number and equipment, met in battle. The Muslims fought hastily and stood firm before the huge army. During this time, Zayd ibn Haritha, the standard bearer, fought until he was martyred. And Ja'far ibn Abi Talib took up the standard in his right hand, but it was cut off. Then he picked it up again in his left hand, and that was cut off as well. Then Ja'far held the standard with the stumps of his arms until one of the Romans struck him and he was also martyred. Thus he became known as Dhu Janahain. This means he of the two wings, because Allah replaced his arms with two wings with which he flies with in Jannah whenever he wishes. After Ja'far was martyred, Abdullah ibn Rawaha took up the standard and fought until he was also martyred. Then Khalid ibn Walid took up the standard, using his military acumen, meaning his military strategies. He beat a tactical retreat and thus saved the army from imminent total defeat, meaning the Muslims. Khalid took advantage of the night to reorganize the army, putting the right flank to the left and the left flank to the right, the vanguard in the rear and the rear guard to the front, meaning switching everything around. When the morning came, the Romans could not see the banners that they used to see, or that they were used to seeing, and they heard the sound of marching feet and clanking armors. So they thought that was reinforcements being added to the current army of the Muslims. Due to this, they panicked, and Khalid kept leading maneuvers against them. The Muslims then continued to fight them for several days as they were retreating until the Romans grew afraid that they were being lured into the desert. So the fighting stopped. Thus, the imminent defeat of the Muslims was turned into a victory by the grace of Allah Azza wa Jal. So the Muslims in this war were fighting the Romans. Heraclius was basically in charge of the Roman army during the war. We've come to the end of our lesson for today. Until another time, inshallah. Take care, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.